Hi guys, welcome again. Dee Ahluwalia, Visassimply. I wanted to do this video. I should have done this video last month when it came out about the New South Wales requirements. I've been very busy, flat out, and we also have Christmas holidays and and I might look a little tired today. Yeah, it's 7 o'clock and I've been working since 6 in the morning, but sorry for that. But yes, I had to get this through and I thought I'd make this video and I don't want to make any more delays. Now guys, let's talk about NSW. 491 requirements. It has come up, and of course, most of the students are still in Sydney. If you look at the numbers across Australia, and of course, the love of Sydney and New South Wales is, I think, still more than any other state. So I thought, let's talk about this now, guys. There are 3 different segments. I'm sure most of you would have looked at it already. Now, the first one is living and working in New South Wales. All right, so occupation in New South Wales Stream 1 occupation list. We're going to put that list on the link, or you can just go type in state sponsorship New South Wales, go to the New South Wales state government website, and you can find what falls in NSW Stream 1 occupation list. Now your occupation should be on this list. Living in a designated area for 12 months, basically living in designated area for 12 months. Anything outside Sydney is designated area. So that pretty much, that covers the whole New South Wales. Working in a designated area for 12 months. So guys, the bottom line is you should be living there for 12 months and you should also be working in a designated area in your occupation, in which you also have your skill assessment as well to be eligible for 491. Now, for those who are offshore, New South Wales Stream 2 occupation list. Again, you can either, we're going to put a link here in the bottom of the page as well, or you can go on New South Wales state government website and have a look at that. Now, living offshore, of course, if you're doing offshore, you have to live offshore. If you're living in some other state, that's not going to work for you. You has to be outside Australia. Now, offer of employment, you need to have an offer of employment. If you don't have an offer of employment, you need to have 5 years of work experience in your occupation in which you got your skills assessed, or you should have a family member. Now, again, if you want to see the definition of family members, all right, you can look in that as well. We are going to leave the link for you, and it goes up to your first cousins from your own side, so it doesn't go from the partner's side. So either it could be uncle, auntie, your siblings, parents, grandparents. Anyways, I don't think that's going to be the case. Generally, it is uncle, aunties, or siblings or cousins, first cousins. That can be worked. A family member in a designated regional area. Now, guys, there's another requirement which is recent student. Okay. Now, this is pretty interesting. All right, and I've been we've been trying to. I've been trying to put my head up around this, and I've been talking to my staff as well. This is quite it looks to me quite tricky. So when we look at it, okay, NSW Stream 2 occupation list. All right, that's fine. Stream 2 occupation list, that's all good. Computer study in designated area, yeah, that brings sense as well. If you're studying in Wollongong or Central Coast, any of those areas, that should be fine as well. And study must be finished in last 12 months. Okay, now especially this part, study must be finished in last 12 months, guys. That looks very tricky to me, because generally speaking, whatever you're studying. Now, firstly, when you look at Stream 2, so you don't find occupations like accounting or IT or engineering occupations. The trade occupations are there. I've been looking at other occupations are there. What I find funny or tricky in here is, because generally speaking, once you finish your studies, for example, if you're doing a trade, first of all, there are not many colleges out there. We have sort of identified there are a few colleges in Central Coast, and I'm sure I got so many, I know so many owners who run cry courses in Australia. They all are trying to get in there because, of course, the students going to be moving there and they would have a good business. So in next few months, I'm sure there would be new cry courses starting. Now, the funny part, the tricky part, what I see is, study must be finished in last 12 months. Now, you got to do a job ready program after you finish your study, or even if you want, most of the occupation nowadays you're looking into, you have to have 1 year of work experience after finishing your studies. So I don't know how, then only you can get your skills assessed. The journey has to be more than 12 months. So I don't know how people are going to meet this requirement. I'm trying to put my head around this, and yeah, it finds very interesting. There's, for example, some of you who are doing trade courses, that's what I can think of. And when you're doing your trade courses, doesn't matter, you know, whether it is motor mechanic or cookery or, you know, carpentry. So you finish your Cert 3 first. Once you finish your Cert 3, you know, you can have your 360 hours, you can have your provisional skill assessment, and you can actually start your job ready program 4 months in advance before your visa finishes up. So if your study stretches by the end of your visa, then probably it's going to be very, very tight line. It's going to be very, very tight line, almost impossible. And especially the, you know, the ones who have been already doing that. So many students are doing trade courses in many occasions. I know it's, you know, when they it's even hard for them to find the assessor to do the final, after they finish their hours, you know, do the final assessment and actually to complete this. So, you know, it's just, I don't know, somebody who's ever been thinking, they've been thinking very, very cleverly. But again, when we look at it, and of course, you know, you have to have a positive skill assessment, and and it has to be closely related to the study for the qualification what you studied. So then again, but when we look at it, if you go this way, so the bottom line is, guys, I think this is more relevant, and does not matter whether you have studied in a regional. Yes, it's going to give you 5 extra points, but I don't know how does that make, you know, the state is giving you 15 points, so it doesn't really matter, you know, you got 50 points. I think so. This is, even if you are studying in Sydney or in a metropolitan city, it should not make a difference, as long as, you know, once you've got, you know, 485, have your 12 months of work experience in a designated area, and, you know, and you've been working, you've got to live there, and you've been working 12 months in a designated regional area in New South Wales, you should be able to meet the requirement. So if I be in Australia, I would be rather looking in living and working in New South Wales. And I think, again, you know, I couldn't get my head around this, as I said to you. Now, you know, you can think of as well, look at the occupation list, and if you guys think, you know, if I've missed something, feel free, you know, put a comment and let's talk about it and see, you know, what's the best option. Again, guys, Visassimply, if you want to get in touch with us, you can call us on 1300 307 451. Good luck with everything. Bye for now.